I wish there were more helicopters and more options, and so when a new one does come out, like this new Eachine direct drive brushless helicopter, it's pretty exciting. And I want to cut right to the stupid chase and mention something that I like and others may or may not care about it, but to me, it's like, why haven't people been doing this before this? No, there is not a, you know, crash or anything from the front of my helicopter. They just got smart and said, I hate taking these little canopies on and off. They're so annoying, especially in the cold weather. And so they just cut a hole in the front, and now you can access your battery, take it in and out, plug it right in, right there, and not have to take that canopy on and off. To me, this is a genius idea, kind of like sliced bread. I hope to see this more often on helicopters, but if for some reason it causes like a lot of drag or something while it's flying, which I don't think it will, that would be the only downside. So let's see if there are downsides to this helicopter, put it in the air and have some fun. One thing I like about ready to fly helicopters is they have throttle hold on a switch already programmed in. So we're gonna take that little safety switch off, which means we can throttle up. This helicopter slowly winding up here, and the wind is coming directly at us, so I'm going to push away a little bit as I take off. There we go. This helicopter it's got auto stabilization, they call it 6G. It's basically like safe, which allows it to not flip over in high and low rates. And then we can also flip this helicopter doing some loops and things. And guys, oh, it sounds great. I don't know if you can hear that. Of course, throttle, Abby, on a helicopter like this is a little bit sensitive, so you're going to see me going up and down a little bit more than I want to, but I found a happy place there, and just minute adjustments on throttle. And that's because generally a helicopter like this throttles up. When you take off, you can hear it slowly winding up, and then it's adjusting the pitch of that main blade to get up or down. So to hover it in place is a little bit sensitive, especially on a ready to fly, because right there, I mean, I can just go up and down really quickly. See this? The difference between the, you know, hovering and just going up and down. It's very snappy, and if I were quicker on my, see that? Look at that. Now if that were just due to the rotation speed of that main blade, it would not be able to, here we go, let's try it again. You're getting those quick adjustments because you have a servo arm. See, isn't that cool? How fast it can punch up. Normally I don't fly like that. But it's because of a servo arm adjusting the pitch of that main blade. So let's fly it around a little bit. It's windy and it's a maiden flight, so, you know, not the best helicopter pilot.
Not the best camera filming today either.
Here we go, here we go. Bit of rotation there. It's very quick and snappy. That's full rotation. Let's see our rate switches right here. I don't know if we're in high or low rates, so we'll figure that out quickly. Okay, so it was in low. Up switch is low, and that's what we were flying in. And then we can put that switch down into high rates, and everything's a bit snappier. Let's actually cruise this around and see how that does, just flying around some. Abby, I'll do my best to make it
you're fine.
You know, filmable.
I apologize for the first minute of the video. That's all I can say.
This is very nice. It sounds really good. That's another thing I wanted you guys to hear. But when I shot up like that, that's just due to the center position of the throttle stick, you know, being a little sensitive. It's just taking some time to get used to. My thumbs are cold. It's very cold out now. Abby and I are bundled up. It seems like it just went from summer to winter overnight. It's not fun. See that though, with that little quick adjustment? That's just a small movement on my stick. You might think that when I did that, you know, my throttle stick is going from 0 to 100%. No, it's really going from like, you know, 46 to 52%, and you get that much movement. So it's very sensitive in the center stick, the center of the stick. But you can find that happy place and get a hover in. So I want you guys to hear this helicopter. It just sounds great. Here we go.
Where are you?
Abby, I'm going to blast off.
Where'd you go?
I'm right in front of us.
Oh my gosh,
right
you like went down and then disappeared.
Okay, you ready? I'm going to blast off.
No, I'm not ready.
Out. You ready? Up and out. Here we go.
Okay, I wasn't ready. I am not good at filming helicopters.
They're wild. They're wild. They're small, and you know, it's unpredictable, the movement of where it may or may not go. Now this is capable of doing a roll, so I'm kind of wanting to do that. Abby, do you want to try to film it?
Just get far away.
Far away and up. Here we go.
Okay.
I almost kind of want to do this in high rates. Make more sense to. In high rates, and we're going to turn the safety switch off and do a roll. Here we go. Sideways roll. And turning the safety switch back on because I'm not the best helicopter pilot.
Whew.
Just got to get my orientation back and get this helicopter back. We're coming back, don't worry guys. Over us. Okay. All right, let's try this one more time. Phew. Okay. We're going to turn that safety switch off and do a front roll, but I'll turn the helicopter sideways. Okay, ready? Here we go. Safety switch back on. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We're gonna get it back. We're gonna get it back. Come on back, baby.
I don't
Throttling
know.
up.
Oh, you're way down there.
Down to the trees. Oh, come on.
Oh no! Is it flying away? There he goes. He's got it. He took off running. Now I don't see it. Oh. It's in the trees. It's way... Oh my gosh, even I keep losing. Oh, he got it back. Okay. Helicopters are really, really, really difficult to film, guys. They're so small. The movement is unpredictable for me right now. Shooey! Wow, what a save.
Okay, the only thing that happened there was I lost orientation. Let me tell you guys how I realized I don't know which way is forward or back, and so I panicked, right? And it just was flying away. So obviously I had it wrong. With a helicopter, the only way you can get your orientation back, and I realized this in the moment, was I have to turn that helicopter sideways, and so I did. And when it goes sideways, you can see the tail boom sticking out, right? And so then I pushed full forward, and I realized it's going to the right. So that means quarter turn to the right, and then I know I'm facing back toward me. And I pushed full and committed to it because I knew I was right. But at this angle and from that distance, am I facing forward or away? And then back at this way too, forward or away. So I was pushing the wrong direction. Again, got the tail boom out to the left. I knew I was facing right because I was full forward and it was going to the right. So I quarter turned back and pushed full throttle and full forward and committed to it. Nothing wrong with signal loss or anything like that. I just lost my orientation after that front roll. And it's windy, I'm flying in wind, and it was flying away in the direction of the wind. So I did a couple loops, couple rolls, a couple rolls anyway. I don't want to lose my helicopter, and it's just cold and windy today, so it's a maiden flight. I'm very happy with this helicopter, and this is one that I'm confident, I'm sorry Abby, that I could learn a bit more on a calm day. So I'm going to happily land this while it's still in one piece, see if we can bring it down nice and smooth, and call that a successful maiden flight for me anyway. It's winding down, and we will turn on throttle hold. Yes, a success. Now I still had battery life left. I just chose to land after that kind of, small panicky moment, but that's a cool helicopter. I really like it. Here we go. We don't have to take that canopy off. I'm just unplugging the battery. Oh, I like that a lot. That's really nice. And it's a universal battery. That's just a balance lead. We were getting that much performance out of a balance lead plug. I just realized that. That's a 2S battery with a lot of punch and performance. A very capable helicopter. Again, all that juice flowing through the balance lead. That's very uncommon. Usually you have something that can handle a bit more juice coming from the battery, like at least a JST plug or XT30, XT60. So that's pretty cool. Ready to fly setup, has a USB charge cable in the box. Now the little canopy can still come off very traditionally, but I'm leaving it on there because that's kind of the point, and I absolutely love that. Here's our radio. This is a good radio. It's not like a super cheap thing that we've seen on drones. We actually have metal on the sticks and metal switches, and I've used this radio on many other things, especially helicopters, I believe. Nice little display. They feel good. They don't feel cheap or anything, but it's definitely not a $300 or more radio. So I mean, you kind of get what you're paying for on this one, but it also definitely gets the job done. But if your goal is to just hover it here, you know, it's a little sensitive. You saw that in the video, so I don't think that's any surprise. Overall, I'm a huge fan of this. If you're a helicopter person and you want to progress, I don't believe this would be a good first helicopter. It's definitely not super beginner friendly, but it is an intermediate to advanced helicopter. I wish I were an advanced helicopter pilot and could show you guys that this helicopter is capable of flying inverted and all sorts of things, but I'm just not there yet. You saw what happened, and who knows if I'll ever be there, which thank goodness for that. They call it 6G, or safety switch. You can just throw that and it auto snaps right to level, and then all you have to worry about is just getting your orientation down and getting the helicopter back to you. And we experienced it, and hey, that's part of helicopter flying. Who hasn't just lost a helicopter or crashed one into the ground? Especially when you're pushing yourself to new limits and trying to learn new things. This is a great helicopter. And if you're interested in this, we'll have it linked in the description box below. Know that when you use those links, it does help to support our channel and our family at no extra cost to you. It's a really great system. It's cooling off quite a bit. I've got my coat on and jeans, and it makes things a little slower to move and a little harder to get out and enjoy the hobby, but it's still very enjoyable even in the cold weather. And for today and just getting out here and sharing this experience with you guys, I thank God. I also want to say a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters, because without you guys and your amazing support, we couldn't do what we do as often as we do it. Now, if you love helicopters and you want a little more helicopter action, we do have quite a few on our channel, but I'll do you a favor and pick out one of my personal favorites. That video will be popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.